it over to the analyst desk.
Thank you very much. Well, time will tell if the lesson will indeed be learned or if they will make the same mistakes. I'd like to throw you guys something that I heard that casters talk about being Fnatic. They had a huge lead and still Unicorns of Love managed to scrape back. They're going to have to think about that. How much of that do you think is true, knowing that Fnatic had such a big lead they were able to build up in the beginning? Won't that be enough to give them enough confidence going into the last game?
It should give them enough confidence. Like, Unicorns of Love had a plan. They left Hecarim open, and when you leave Hecarim against Huni open, you know he's going to pick Hecarim. So they wanted that Irelia against Hecarim in the top lane, and their plan was to go that same cheese, what they always do with the Udyr. Do red buff first, gank the lane on the red buff side, which is the top lane in that situation. But Fnatic actually watched the replay, so they saw that coming, and they counterplayed it perfectly. They were there, they counterplayed it, and Gragas was able to take over the top lane like no one else could. The fourth kill, a solo kill. At that point, Irelia was pretty much out of the game.
Yeah, that Udyr level 2 cheese, you can't keep using it. Cheese has an expiration date. Like, I was actually expecting them to use the Udyr flash in mid lane because you don't actually have to secure the kill. What you can do is just get the Ahri to blow her flash, and that gives Power of Evil an easier lane for him to compete with. Because Power of Evil, like we said before at the beginning of the show, he is the focal point of their team. When he's having a good game, they tend to win. When he's having a bad game, they tend to lose. So if you get that Summoner trade-off, the jungler for the enemy mid lane, it's going to be an easier game for Power of Evil and an easier game for your team to win.
Exactly, but that's the risk you're trying to take if you play carry top laners. The current meta allows carry top laners, that it allows the Vladimir, it allows the Hecarim, it allows the Irelia. If you take that risk to take a carry top laner on such a vulnerable lane like the top lane, you have to just see the ganks coming, and you have to see the Fnatic if a smart enough team to see it come.
Yeah, but Vizicachi didn't, and it was just, he could do nothing on that Irelia. Carry top laner, we'll talk about the carry mid laners. Febiven on Ahri, fantastic. Why do you think Power of Evil went to his beloved precious Syndra when we have evaluated that it is his style to now go for those late game scaling champions, and he making it work? The Varus works, the Kog'Maw works, the Orianna even works. So why do you think it is that they made this decision in this case?
It's just a comfort champion for him. Even though Syndra may not be meta for most of the teams that play in this league, it's a champion that he plays at a well enough level that works for them. And plus, Unicorns of Love, when we were doing research on them in the quarterfinals, they had 3 win conditions, and one of those win conditions was Power of Evil setting up pickoffs for his team. And the Syndra combo that applies the stun to the enemies is another one of those moves that can apply the stuns to allow the team to follow up, allow them to pressure the map. So even though it may not be meta right now, it's still a comfort pick for him, and I think it's a fine pick.
Absolutely, the composition itself made sense, and the Syndra pick into it made sense as well. The long range stun, you can take out choke points with your CC. It makes sense, and one thing that you also have to keep in mind, if you put Power of Evil on Syndra, it becomes meta. Like, that guy is so good on the champion, he can pick it whatever they do. Riot can't nerf it enough for Power of Evil to not pick up the... to not let Power of Evil be good on the champion. So it made sense to me, they last picked it, it was perfectly fine, but the snowball from top lane was just too much for them.
Don't mention nerf and there's Aurelia in the game, Dentist. How dare you? Looking ahead now, so do Unicorns of Love. By all reasons of logic, they're going to go crazy in the next game. They're going to pull it back. But, well, they did manage to get a little bit of that magic going because somehow, some way, they do know how to push a lane up when you think that there's no chance at all. They do manage to almost get a dragon. The question is, will it be enough, or is Fnatic now completely in the zone?
Well, that totally depends on the Unicorns of Love. Like, if Fnatic keeps their mentality up like they did and they just play their game down like they did the last 2 games, then I see not a real chance for the Unicorns of Love to come back. My heart still says that the Unicorns are going to make it and they are able to pull out something new for them and throw Fnatic over and take the game. So we have another 5-game series, which would be amazing. But if you just look at the stats and you just look at what they did in the last 2 games, you have to give it to Fnatic here.
Yeah, and when your backs are up against the wall like you all is, this is your last opportunity to bring something out that you practice. Speaking to them before, they said they had the cheese ready. Was it only Varus or was it something else? So I'm really excited to go into this next draft and see on the brink of elimination what Unicorns of Love are going to pull out.
All right, then let's put our mouth where our money is. Or is it the other way around? Who knows?
Money where our mouth is.
Money where our mouth is.
Put it anywhere, I don't care.
Anyway, but what I was trying to get at is let's try and predict something and another about going into the next game, what you can see out of picks and bans. As said, trying to take Rek'Sai away from Reignover and then give him in Gragas, who we know is great in anyone's hand, and especially in Reignover, is not really the way to go.
I didn't see Rek'Sai as that much of a problem. Of course, he's an early game jungler, he's able to apply a lot of pressures in the lane, and Reignover is a player who can play this champion to its succeeds. But To be fair, Reignover is a perfect jungler. Like, he can pick up Gragas, he can pick up Sidorani. He has so many picks that he can fall back to that one Rek'Sai ban won't do that much. So I like to see just all junglers open and put something against it.
Yeah, Fnatic doesn't need to really change anything. As far as the UL side goes, I'm expecting them to pull out a cheese strategy, or at least a cheese champion. So the bans I would want to see are the champions in either the mid lane or the jungle that counteract whatever cheese they want to do. What those champions are, I have no idea. I have no idea what they're going to play. But I expect targeted bans towards that strategy.
Yeah, well, we'll see. They have some time to discuss, and the pressure is on because Fnatic is on championship point, just one game away from reclaiming their spot as the kings of Europe. Is this where they take it all, or can the Unicorns of Love come back to force a Game 5? Stay with us and find out.
What a difference it's going to make. Remember, there's no flash in Vizicachi. Reignover's going to land the body slam. Red buff's ticking away, and he's going to get first blood. They're going to go in. That's going to be a two-man onslaught. That's another kill for Huni. He's going to get himself a double kill, and Holo has landed. Connects on the yellow star, followed through. Does get interrupted by the barrel roll. The support of Fnatic is down, but there's the onslaught of shadows. Huni is just tearing Unicorns apart, trying to run forward. Now Steelback, can he play janitor and clean out? That's the question. Vizicachi now from the back line. Unicorns are scattered and low, and it looks like Fnatic should be able to clean up. Body slam goes out. It's still alive. Keep it getting. He gets the kill. And Reignover has managed to catch Power of Evil. Power of Evil does take down Huni after all the damage earlier on. Stunned faces from the audience.
Here's a TP from Huni. It's going to be tough. And Power of Evil is going to die.
Oh, Power of Evil is obliterated. He's got the triple. Now looking for more. In his sight, he's going to make it back onto the lasers. Huni is going to get dropped down. Steelback tries to chase further, not going to be able to secure it. Fnatic turn their attention to the Nexus turrets. This will be the game.